Hey, it's Dougie Fresh here in the flesh to give you my best to the last breath. Yes, sizzling and delivering with zeal and zest to help you on your quest of becoming your best to keep you in check. I'm here to knock you out of your comfort nest. Once again, my friend, I'm here at Santa Monica Beach having some fun here. Boom. But I just saw this amazing movie and I wanted to share it with you guys. First of all, take a look at that beautiful pier. And know, when it comes to your emotions, have no fear, but accept fear. What am I talking about? I'm gonna explain. There's a movie, a Disney movie called Inside Out. I watched the other day, and it's a cartoon, and if you haven't seen it, this might be spoiler alert, so don't watch it. But if you wanna learn something from it, I have 7 lessons I got from it, I'm gonna share right now, okay? After watching the movie, I just started writing. I wrote like 2 pages about it. I wrote this. I had a lot of epiphanies from it and higher consciousness from it. So it was pretty tear-jerking, I'd even say. So this whole journey of life is a blessing, and I'm seriously grateful to experience its existence. Epic last couple days. Matter of fact, months, years, shoot, life is epic. Anyways, cute emotions movie, just watched Inside Out, made me realize some critical things. 1, our emotions become memories. In the movie, there was these little balls, and every emotion would get stored as a memory. And there was there was joy, there was sadness, there was anger, and you want to stack as many positive emotions as possible, but there's more. So negative ones can become pain bodies. Eckhart Tolle talks about this in The Power of Now. So some people are trapped with all these pain bodies in them because they have a neural connectivity, and I'm gonna keep it simple for you guys, and it could trigger a bad experience in the past if something bad happens now. So for example, you have a friend who didn't meet up with you. That could have you think about a friend in the past who didn't meet up with you and how they blew you off and have all these negative associations with it. Well, here's what I find. These pain bodies. Now, the positive ones can become blissful. So all your positive emotions are going to become positive memories. So what I do is I proactively, purposefully, deliberately create as many positive emotions as I can. And what that does is gives me more positive emotions to retrieve. It's rewiring my brain for happiness. Something I talk about in my book club video. It's my 14th book club video, Hardwiring Happiness. I'll put a link right here. Now, store more positives is the key, but also accept the negatives, understand them, use them, learn from them, okay? And discover their purpose with awareness. In the movie, sadness was a sad emotion. Oh, melting to the floor because it's so miserable. Well, it turns out that it was useful. Sadness is useful in many ways. Empathy. Let's say I'm talking to someone and they're really upset and sad. I can't be hype, jolly old Dougie all the time. Just get to their level and connect with them. And then with that empathy and understanding, it leaves me open to be vulnerable, but gives me the opportunity to influence them to see a different perspective. But like Stephen Covey says, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Now, that's key. So accept these emotions. It's not wrong to feel a type of way. You feel the way, you understand it, you learn from it, and you can transcend that, evolve, which I'll be talking about later. Next, second, our unique memories and experiences help make our authentic, personal, present personalities. So in the movie, like this, exactly. So you have the core being of who you are, and then there's these little personalities. So at the end of the pier, you see that house right there. That's one personality island. So the girl had a family island, had a hockey island, had a friendship island. You form these personalities of what you store either positive or negative to. And it could be part positive, part negative, but you want to build these personalities. So for me, I look at my different personalities that's formed through my memories and experiences to make my unique, authentic voice. Now, most people have either a block there where they can't express that, and that goes back to imagination, which is the third one. Your inner child has an incredible imagination, and it still does. I know this is for me. I still have that. It's funny because I loved, instead of Barney in the Power Rangers when I was 3 and 4 and 5 years old, and then as I got older, it was WWE wrestling, you know, The Rock, Stone Cold, all those guys, Undertaker. There was Dynasty Warriors. It was a video game I played. There was Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. That's not there as much, but it's more like football, basketball, and it's videos I watch and connections, and I still love WWE wrestling and this traveling now, so it's a little different. And I keep that, so I'm encouraging you to keep that. What's your imagination and all these dreams you have? Connect with that imagination and radiate it with a harness, because that's the key. I have a lot of passion. That's why I breathe and slow it down, bring it back down to a grounded level, okay? And if I can control that, boom, I'm almost unstoppable. And be sensitive to the environment and calibrate to myself, other people, and the environment. And that's the challenge for me, but I've been getting better along my journey and accepting of that process. One more thing about imagination, you can tell I have this energy because I notice when I'm just hanging around or just waiting around, I'll do things like this. Pretend I have a basketball and shoot it. I'm just hanging out, and I'll do things like this. Or I'll pretend I have imaginary football. Right now I have a real football, so I'll use it with a real football. So I'll get the football and I'll just play with it. I'll have an imaginary football. Since I have a real one, I'll use a real one. And I'll just go like this in the living room. And I'll imagine catching it, keeping my 2 feet in bounds, doing these tips and catching it. So that's things I do as an expression of my imagination and creativity and kid, my inner child. So how can you constantly connect to that divine within yourself? It's so fun. What ways is it for you? So think to yourself. For this girl, it was hockey, it was being a monkey. In one movie, she'd be a little monkey and she'd imitate it. It's really cool stuff. Your inner child. A bonus one, 3.5. Thank you. Genuine appreciation expressed can go a long, long way. The girl in the movie moved to a new city, San Francisco, and she didn't like it. She was having a hard time fitting in. She really hated it. And she was almost like about to really get upset about it when her mom came, it was her dad came into the room, no, it was her mom, saying, "Me and your father appreciate you, staying so happy, just keep on a smile." And she just said, "Thank you." And she was so surprised that she said thank you. And it made a big deal to her. That was fascinating, how powerful a thank you can be. They say thank you is more powerful than I love you. So appreciation, praise other people, and you can give those more positive emotions in their emotional bank account, which will become maybe even core memories, which will create a better personality, which will create and enhance and accelerate that transformational process and evolution. Super exciting. Fourth, tap into that subconscious. It's vast. It's like the ocean. So much vastness. Our subconscious. It's like if I had one grain of sand, it's like one thing in our subconscious. Our subconscious is so huge and enormous and Jurassic and wide and infinite. So we can tap into that. That's power. Now I talk about that in this channel: meditation, reading, exploring, traveling, mentoring. All this stuff is going to help you do that. But just awareness, putting yourself out there, taking risks with boldness. Let's see here. And your fears are in there. There's gems, there's pearls, there's rubies, diamonds, emeralds, shining, glistening, glittering, glowing, and sparkling. But there's also those cobwebs. And with fears, you want to transcend them, the ones that don't serve you. You either transcend it or accept it. You be friends with it. Be friends with the moment. I'm friends with this moment right now. And it's awesome. It's something I've never done, a movie review. Maybe it's a new thing. I'll continue to do it. So, cool. Next, we got tame your thoughts. Tame them. When you're in your head, you're dead oftentimes. So be proactive and conscious about that shit. Strategically use it. If you're going to be abstract about thought, make sure it's a strategy, it's purposeful. You're not just ruminating about the past or projecting dreams about the future, and it's purposeless. I mean, you can play around and be curious and be like a dog going into a new room and just exploring once in a while, but you want to have a purpose for most things you do, because you could get caught in your thought. Be careful getting caught in your thought. Train your brain to think more positive. This is what I do through all the reading books, the seminars I go to. This is what that does, because it starts with thought. You sow a thought, you reap a behavior. You reap an action. Action reaps a behavior, which becomes a habit, which becomes your personality, which becomes your habits, and it becomes your character. And then ultimately your character becomes your destiny. So it starts with thought. And thought comes even one level lower of what we're taught. So thought and taught, make sure you're being taught stuff that you want to hear about, what you want to learn about. It's going to serve and support you. So there's two more. I want to say something else about tame your thoughts, and that is this. I know I'm more of a feeler, ENFJ, and personality typing. I'm a feeler. I'm more creative. I access that part of my brain more so than the abstract thought. So I'm not a big thinker. I like to do my thing more so than the person who's going to be in this posture and position thinking. So I get thinkers for me. Delegate, more of that work for them. I can sit down and be strategic, but it's more purposeful. Okay? So I work my strengths. Actually, you can even come to it and look at it like, oh, that's a limiting belief. I am a limiting belief detector. So what I just had there, it's a limiting belief. Why not be both? But then again, it's like strength, weaknesses. So it comes back to awareness. So critical, crucial stuff to understand. So what is it for you? Sometimes you're not sure. I don't know. Should I focus on my strengths or should I focus on my weaknesses and fix it? Or is that a limiting belief? Do I not have weaknesses? I can make it my strength. So it's accepting yourself on the journey of figuring it out. Powerful. Sixth, the obstacle is the way. My experience at University of Pittsburgh, I was sad. It didn't work out. Strength conditioning of D1 athletes. But I overcame it, and that sadness came joy because I got an internship with the #1 best gym in the world, Strength Camp. And I got to meet my mentor, and it was a marvelous experience it was. So I evolved like a phoenix arising out of the ashes of struggle. The sooner you can accept the present, the better you can turn it into adversities into your advantage. Boom. These muscles, how do you freaking think they were made? Through breaking them down. I broke them down with the muscles. I broke them down through sports. I broke them down through lifting weights. They broke down. They catabolic and they built up anabolic. Same thing with the caterpillar. It comes as a butterfly through the chrysalis and the metamorphosis. But if the caterpillar's like, nah, I want to stay a caterpillar, I don't want to be a butterfly, it's never going to evolve and transcend. So that was key in this movie, when the sadness was coming along. If you can't accept the sadness, and you can't embrace it, be present with it, and grateful in those times, you will never be aware of the opportunity when it arises. One door closes, another one opens. That's why I like to practice non-attachment as a religion. These habits, this journaling, it's a religious habit for me. Critical, crucial stuff again. Last, but certainly not least, in fact, most importantly, this one is so powerful. This one is mind-blowing. Melt me to the floor, make me erupt like a volcano or a friggin' rocket ship blasting off, because this is passion, what I'm expressing now. But what this is even deeper. And I hope you're digging this, guys. I hope you dug this video so far. Get it? Dug. But this goes deeper. This goes a level deeper. And that is this. Compassion. See, I'm very passionate, but compassion is the next level. Compassion's better than passion. But there's no better than in emotions. In emotions, there is no better than. That's the thing I'm learning. So it's accepting everything. Compassion is that. Understanding your emotions and others when you can walk in their shoes. My friend visited from the UK, he gave me his shoes. They were so cheap, he bought his shoes. Here. And he ended up giving them to me. He wrote a note about that. and then my friend mentioned it, and then I watched that movie. So there's 3 things back to back to back that was saying, Dougie, compassion, see it through other people's eyes. I'm gonna take this lovely lady's glasses off her face. Now it's like shifting a lens, seeing the light through a different perspective. Whoa, new belief system, cool. This is how it looks in the Buddha's eyes, this is how it looks in the Christian's eyes, this is how it looks in Scientology. It's these different perspectives of life, and you have these interesting, fascinating, different ways to look at life that could serve or support you. But you can put it on for a little bit and understand where that person is on their personal evolution of their growth and accept them for who they are. Power is going to come from it. They're going to want to evolve. They're going to want to become their best in your presence because they care. They know you care about them. So lastly, it's agreeing, accepting, allowing, trusting in the unfolding of evolving. That's powerful. So Osho described it as meditation being the flower, but compassion is the fragrance picked up by the wind. And your compassion can last forever. Look at people like Gandhi, Jesus, Martin Luther King. Compassion is the scent, it's the odor, it's the perfume that lives forever. So compassion could be in someone's heart for eternity. So this is something I'm still working on, and I can see how powerful it can be. Tap into that. Awaken that compassion. Put it in action. And understand some of these things, and you will cause more attraction. I believe I'm a magnet. That's why I'm here. I've been lucky enough to have some great mentors. Not lucky, I was the right person in the right place at the right time, knowing the right people. But the most important person to know is yourself. That's why I value these emotions, these personalities, this imagination, these subconscious, and looking into it, seeing it, diving into the unconscious and the subconscious. The ocean is an example of the subconscious mind. Elliot Holst told me on our way to the concert one time. But yeah, I know this was of value. Hope you dug this video. Stay fresh, stay blessed, stay smart, stay strong, stay putting the right people around you. Peace.